Morning everyone to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we've got a much better day today. A good day yesterday for trading if you're into trading, and a good day for the markets overall. So I'm just going to check if we are live or not. Just make sure everybody is up and running. Let's see if we're in. Excellent, we've got a few people watching just now, so that's cool. I'll just jump over and just welcome everybody in just now. Today we're going to be talking about the markets overall, just like we do normal. We'll look at a couple of news stories. I've not had a chance to look properly. I was doing all the calls this morning. It took bloody ages because there's so many calls this morning, which is a nightmare. But I'll be looking at a few kind of news stories that kind of caught my eye as well. So who's in the house just now? We've got Pascal Amsterdam. Good morning to you. Crush the likes, everybody. If you like these videos, remember, just hit the like button if you've subscribed already. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell as well. So Pascal Amsterdam, David Schwartz is in the house from Canada. Good morning to you. Rob Taylor, Alex Jug, John Warburton, Mixter Oz from Australia as well. Diego Sequeira, a new guy to the house, is that right? Good to see you here. Black Label 46. Michelle Sherian is back with us. Good to see you here. Peter Harding. Kyle Allen is in the house. Welcome to you, Kyle. JC Standard, Char Dan. Good morning to you. IoT Financial, Adeb, one of our brilliant admins, is in the house. Just about to start work. Mark Innes, RC, Liam Hunt, Be Inspired, Mac Pollen. Gaelic Kuhn is in the house. Bruce Rudling, Monica, Chris Noble. Crypto Dread is back with us. Good to see you here. Relts is in. Andy Grant, Jonathan Stanley is in as well. So welcome to the show, everybody. So we'll just be looking at the markets overall just now, just see what's been going on, and then we'll take a look at what happened yesterday with the calls and that I made yesterday. It kind of went kind of crazy mental yesterday. So Bitcoin is up to 6,649, up 4%, which is brilliant. And you can see, look at the market capitalization, 274 billion, which is up 20 billion from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance has gone down to 41.4%. That means more people are getting into alts. So there's a feel around this rise, different feel altogether around this kind of rise. And the Bitcoin price, let's be honest, it's the Bitcoin price. It's not just the overall markets. It's the actual Bitcoin price that everybody's excited about. And they're getting more confidence and get more confidence to trade as well, the altcoins as well. So who's the kind of highest gainers? Wax was one of the highest gainers yesterday at 43%. Bytecoin, Ethos, Monocoin, Elf, Elastos is up there as well. Loom Network, 21%. Syscoin, Kyber Network, KuCoin shares. They were down yesterday, but they're back up again. Golem, Cybermiles, Neo, BitShares, Mithril. So a lot of the coins in double digit figures. You can see most of them are in double digits. Any losers? I don't know if we've got any losers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bitcoin Diamond is down. So that's down just now at 0.01%. That's wrong. Actually, that's not the right price for Bitcoin Diamond. I don't know why CoinMarketCap has got it at that. So that is wrong altogether. So there's only 3 really that's kind of down, and they're only down by a small percentage as well. Cortex, Status and Buybox token. I do like kind of the exchange coin tokens or exchange tokens. So it's looking good. It's really looking good for the markets just now. We'll just nip over to kind of Bitcoin price just now, see where it's at. Okay, you can see here for the first time since the 12th of April, the 12th of April round about here, we have had a green over the 15 EMA. So the 15 exponential moving average is here on the green line, and you can see we had a green and it kind of stayed up there, and we've got a green candle here above it as well. So the first time since the 12th of April, Bitcoin price has been over the 15 EMA and stayed well above it as well. You can see here there's been a couple of times it's went through it, but it's just touching the 15 EMA and really using the 15 EMA as support. So that's what's been doing all along, but now it's gone above the 15 EMA. So what we're looking to use, it was using before as resistance. So what we're looking for now is the 15 EMA to be used as support, so it bounces off the 15 EMA if it keeps going the way it's going just now. But it's looking good. It's looking really good at the moment. Looking at the DMI, I'm kind of looking at the DMI to kind of minimize the number of calls I make per day. The calls in the premium group that I've been making kind of every day. Today there must have been about 40 odd coins out of 139 on Binance. So there was a lot of calls today, so it's difficult. Somebody in the group mentioned it's a bit overwhelming. It can be, and I'm trying to find a way to cut down on the number of calls, but obviously we're going to miss some if we do it that way as well. So the calls we made yesterday, we'll just have a look at some of the calls that was made yesterday. So this is in the premium group. So we called AST at 2369. AST called it 2369. We'll just look on the kind of 6 hourly chart, gives us a better picture. So called it round about here, 2369, called it round about here, kind of shot all the way up to about 2825. So that was a good call if you jumped in on that. BCD, and I literally called this 5 minutes too late because as I was writing the calls up, this kind of jumped right up. So we made the call at 21700. So it was 217 round about here, and it jumped all the way up. It went up about 50% before coming back down. So I just missed it by about 5 minutes literally, because it takes about half an hour to an hour to write all the calls up. So I'd missed it by about 5 minutes, but it jumped up. That would have been a really good one if you managed to get in on that as well. Another one, DNT, I don't know kind of how far that kind of jumped up. Yesterday, DNT at 560. We called it round about here, so that jumped right up as well. So a lot of them jumped up by 30, 40, 50% and more as well. TNB, we called it 400. TNB, I think, is slowing down a wee bit, but it's nice and steady rise for TNB. So it's up at 440 just now. We called that 400. It was as high as 474. So again, another maybe 20% rise on that as well, and it's still rising just now. It's still in play just now. So if you want to join the premium group, $37 a month. There's a link down below. We do daily calls every day, so it's been good for the calls. So it kind of went mental yesterday with Bitcoin Diamond as well. That just went crazy yesterday. So it was a good day yesterday for a lot of coins. Feed is a little blurry on my screen. I think it's a bit, yeah, I don't know if it's the, I'm just going to see if I can, I'm going to quit Skype that it was on. I was in a meeting. So I'll quit Skype, see if that makes a difference to it. Yeah, it is very blurry just now. So I don't know if this is the strength of the signal. Hopefully it gets better. Martin and Sonia's in the house. Welcome to you. Adver Hagen, morning from Holland. Morning Steve, nice green day for me. Hope everyone else is doing well. Stephen King, Scott Greenplate is in. Hello Stephen, it will cost me $42 to trade off on. Banco. I think there's an Ethereum problem just now. There's still an Ethereum problem where the gas fees are really, really high just now. So if you're trading in Ether, not a good idea just now. I don't know if they've fixed that yet or what's going on. Chart down, blurry screens, change picture quality settings. Quality settings are already set up. I don't know why it's... 1 wee second, I'm just going to go over. I'm just going to quit a few things just now. No, that's closed as well. No, picture quality is not good today at all. I do apologise. Settings are all set up. Don't know why. Okay, so you're going to have to listen to the sound of my voice. Hopefully it gets a wee bit better now that it's shut down Skype. That might work. Might make a wee bit better. It's not. So it must be the quality of the signal. I do apologise for that. I mean Bancor, sorry. Bancor, Scott, yeah, there's problems with the Ethereum, so it's not Bancor itself, it's the Ethereum kind of network, and the gas fees are real high just now. We kind of mentioned that yesterday as well. Gaelic Coon, Johnson Sandmine is the same. I refresh and it's okay for a few seconds, then it goes blurry again. Yep, it's all blurry just now, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on. I think it's to do with the strength of the signal. David Claydon is in-house, welcome to you. Sean Dubs is in as well, morning everyone. Drew Skishnit, and what do you think about Keycoin? Good coin, but it's already had a huge run up just now, so it's just kind of settling back down again. Mitch Dyer, is it FOMO time? We'll be joining your premium group today. Excellent, Mitch, be good to see you in there, mate. Marina Paps, good morning to you. Peter J, hi Steve. Mark Innes, good decision, Mitch. It's a brilliant premium group. It's not just for the calls as well, it's for the group and the learning and the knowledge and the support and the positivity in the group as well. And the admins do a brilliant job of kind of keeping it positive. We've got not getting any kind of violent gifts or anything like that. We get them deleted straight away. No swearing, nothing like that at all. It's just a purely kind of positive energy in that group as well. Honest Crypto Journey, market looking great. It is looking really good just now. Mario, morning to you. Good to see you here, Mario. John Warburton, all good from my end. Okay, I wonder... No, it's still not changed at my end. Changed to hard HD, Steve sorted it. Right, 1 second. Settings. Quality, right. Ah, right, so if we change it to HD, I never had to do that before, it was just on the normal setting. So if you change it to HD, if you can look on HD on your video, just try that. David Schwartz, you look clear on my end. Excellent. Alex Jug, clear here too. If everyone changes YouTube settings to 720. It usually is set at 720. I don't know why it wasn't straight away. Good. Nora Perez, brilliant. Change the settings. All good here. No problems here. Picture looks good on my side. It's fine here as well. And King Ebo, morning Steve. Moved out of AIX at 18% profit. Brilliant. And moved into Wax last night before the nice 40% push. Check it out as well. In play just now. Have a cracking day, all my CYT folks. That's excellent. King Ebo, that's good that you got the 18% profit and the 40% on Wax as well. So Wax is one of the highest movers just now, which is excellent. We'll just have a wee look on Binance. What's happening on Binance just now? ZIL is up 9.62%. EVX is up as well, 37%. It has been much higher than that. Yeah, it was up to 17,650, 17,000 Satoshi. BCN is looking good actually. It's looking strong from its low of 40. We always said that was going to be a good trading coin, and that's turned into a good trading coin. It's turned out to be a 50% increase from where it was a few days ago. That's been a good one. Bitcoin Diamond. Oh, I need to do that. Bitcoin Diamond, you can see the shoot up to 336,000 Satoshi. It's come back down since. But you'll notice on a lot of the coins that are pumping, and I made a video yesterday for the premiums, you can do this on the 15 EMA or the 7 MA, 25 MA on Binance itself. If you can see here, we'll just kind of zoom in here. You can see here on the 7 MA, it's bouncing off the 7 MA and using that as support. And it's done that so far with BCD every time. Now we'll just look on the hourly chart, and this is just a quick... So you don't want to FOMO into a coin at all. Never ever FOMO into a coin and buy near the top where it is. It might go higher, but you just want to walk away from it. And look at that. So on the 6 hourly chart, it was using the 7 MA as support. And it looks to be using the 25 MA on the hourly chart as support. So it might jump back up from here. But we just need to wait and see which way the market moves, what the order's like on Bitcoin Diamond. And the volume is quite high as well, so it should be quite liquid for that. GTO, we called that today as well. That's gone up as well. Loom, one of the admins called that yesterday. And it was a really good pick yesterday. And that was using the 3 to 6 strategy. So the 3 to 6 strategy is looking at going from 3 zeros to 6 zeros, which is $1,000 to $1 million. And you can do that in 73 trades if you get 10% on each trade. Obviously, there's some you're going to lose, you're going to come back, but some you're going to get 40%, 50% gain, so that brings it right back up into play again. So it is possible to go from $1,000 to $1 million in 73 trades. Although once you get into up to 100,000 or something and doing a trade with 100,000, I would imagine that would be quite scary for a lot of people, and quite difficult as well for the liquidity of the market. So that's the kind of theory behind the 3 to 6 strategy, which was spoken about before. It's using compounding interest or compounding theory as well, which is brilliant. Okay, so that's kind of Binance. There's most of the coins on Binance are green just now. Is there any red? There's a few reds there. Po has gone back down to 308. That had a big huge jump run up. So, excuse me, it's come back down. And that was one of the ones we called as well. And that had a run up to about 500. Did we call that yesterday? That was called yesterday or the day before. I think it might be off. Turned Telegram off, so I can't check. TUSD, obviously can't use that. That's a stable coin. Encash, PPT. So there's just a few of them that are in the red just now, and all these have had a kind of run up. BNB, I'm looking for that to come back up. I think that's going to do really well, but it's not come back up yet. But I think that will come back up. Just looking at 6 hourly. So it's crossed down over in the 7 MA and the 25 MA. But I expect that to come back up. That's a price of $14.57 just now. Let's go back to chat. Want to buy some AI tokens, either in Vacio or Deep Brainchild. Which do you prefer? I wouldn't kind of advise anybody on which coins to buy. You have to do your kind of own research. Put your big girl pants on, big boy pants on, and just do your own research on that. I wouldn't say which one I would do. Tide and Ellie called Crowdcube, asked them if business equity such as BABB could be gifted to anybody after legal purchase, as well as a UK legal counsel. Crowdcube told me, UK legal told me yes, any business. So just have a quick look at BABB just now, see where they are just now. I think they're still on £722,000. See where the pitch is just now. I know a lot of us are into BABB just now. So it's still at 722. It's not reloading for me. I'll just check this. 722,000, 48%, 53 days left. So they might get a big investor coming in that's going to bump that right up as well. But they've still got 53 days left for that. So still not concerned about BABB at all. Where is BABB just now trading at? I would imagine the dollar price would have went up since the Bitcoin prices went up. BABB. Yeah, 1.1, well, nearly 1.2 tenths of a cent. So the dollar prices went up on that. 18 Satoshi, so the Satoshi value has gone up as well. So BABB for me is definitely a long-term hold. For me, still looking good. We're down to about 15 Satoshi, so we've gone up about 10% Satoshi value, or 20% in Satoshi value. So that's looking good for BABB as well. Market capitalization still 25 million. I think we've been as high as 50 million. That's over the past 7 days, but we've been as high as 55 million, I think it is, for the market capitalization. But I don't check BABB often now. I just can expect that they're doing the thing in the background, waiting on the banking licenses. So I still think it's all good for BABB, still heavily invested into BABB as well. Equity can be gifted, Tide and Ellie, excellent. So that's good. Davey Stewie, another one of our brilliant admins. Good day everyone, better late than never. Good to see you here, Dave. Mark Paulin, so 74 trades with $1,000 to make $1 million. That's to make 10%. I've done it with Key 150%, Lon 9.7%. Now I do have Mana 9.6%. Just missed 71 trades and get $1 million. No, because what you do is you jump different stages. So if you've made 150% on Key, then you'll jump to stage 3 or 4 or something. I'm just going to try and find this for you and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Just bear with me a wee second. Computer's running slow just now. So I'll just try and find this for you and I'll show you exactly what I mean with the 3 to 6 strategy. Oh, it's running really slow, man. What's going on? Right. Right. 3 to 6. Let's take this back. I think I'm going to find it actually. I think I posted it in the premium, but I just want to kind of show you how it works, so you know. Nah, I can't find it there. Yeah, so you jump up a stage. So if you get 150% on a trade, instead of being, because there's different stages to the 74 trades, so you jump automatically with 150% increase over to stage 8 of the 3 to 6 strategy. Because if you put in $1,000 and you get 150%, you've got $2,500, so you'll jump straight up to stage 8 or something. You put that $2,500, if you get 10% on that, you'll be at stage 9. And then if you got 40%, you go up to stage 14 or something. So you'll miss stages as you go up the ladder. And that's the beauty of this as well. Stephen King, I haven't started 3 to 6 yet, but when I do, I'll probably do a 3 to 5, then reset. Yeah, I think that's going to be the idea, to be honest, because this is good in theory, but once we get up to $100,000, it's going to be hard to trade $100,000 worth of some of the coins we get into. So if we get up to $100,000, might be better to split it into two $50,000 trades, and then once they get up, split it again. So it might be that we're in 8 or 9 coins or 8 or 10 coins or something like that to get to that million. But that's in the latter stages. I think if a lot of us got to 100,000, we'd be kind of happy with that and maybe kind of stop there. But once you become confident with trading, you know what you're doing, then I think you want to go on, but you don't want to risk too much as well. You want to take some money off the table. If BTC goes down, all will go on BNB. Yeah, BNB seems to be the stable coin when BTC goes down. But if this is a stable market, then Binance coin will come back up again as well. I've no doubt about that. Matt the Carpenter reporting in, got my ass kicked holding Key too long, but moved into Neo. Excellent. Key will go up again. I still have that feeling, but why? So if we look at Key just now, so Key had a massive run up. So just have a wee look at Key at the minute and see how do you trade something that's been kind of had a massive rise. And this is what I spoke about the other day. We'll just look on the 2-hourly chart. It's just because it just came onto Binance. So it's difficult to trade a coin that's had the massive run up, when to know to get in. So you see here, even on the 2-hour chart, 15 EMA is using the 15 EMA as support. When it comes down, it's bouncing back up again, using it as support, and then we've got the red candle going through and over the 15 EMA, and it now uses the 15 EMA as resistance. But you can see here, is coming back up again, is going through the 15 EMA. We kind of looked at this yesterday and thought it might be a good time to kind of get in around about the 300 levels. So this is using this as a possibly not support because this is on 2 hour. Just look on the 1 hour. Yeah, so it looks as if it's using it as support again. It was using it as resistance before, now it's using it as support. So Key is going to go back up, but it looks as if it's going to go back up and it's jumping up just now again. So use that 15 EMA line and see what's been used as support, when it's been used as resistance, and that gives you a clear indication of when to get back in or not. And it's clear here, even on a 1 hour chart. Support, 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 all the way up. But also if it's kind of zooming up like this, put your 10% stop loss in, so when it comes back down, that you get stopped out and you only lose kind of 10% from the top. If you're watching it kind of all day, obviously, you only lose 10% from the top. Wait, you have to sit on your hands, wait and watch it coming back down. You could possibly get back in there again, up again, and just do it that way. That's how you day trade. And that's what we're teaching in the kind of premium group as well. We've got long-term calls in the premium group, obviously, and that's what we started off with, really, looking out for the hidden gems. But trading your way out of a kind of bear market like this is a good way to do it. Plus, it teaches you a lot more when you're actually trading. You've got skin in the game. So yeah, it looks as if key is on the way back up as well at 355. So this could be a hard bounce. We just don't know where the bounce is going to be for this. So that's the way to trade coins that have already kind of shot up. Don't try and go in near the tops here when it's been a recent all-time high. Never ever do that. It's just not good to do that at all. Tied in early, just heard my American accent when I called Crowdcube and sounded like they just want to show me the door. FYI, I can gift BABB to anybody you would like. Excellent. Excellent. Mac Pawn, key will go up again. Yeah, I'm now a member of the premium group after 3 months to follow YouTube and Telegram channel. Excellent. That's good to be in there at Verhagen. I don't know. See, the trouble is I don't know everybody's kind of premium group names because they've got a different name on YouTube, different name on Facebook, different name on the premium group channel on Telegram as well. So it's difficult to know kind of who's in and who's out. JC Stander finally bought Cardano, got a good price this time for long-term 2,200 Satoshis, good project. Cardano's a really good one. It's I think it's one that's just came into play as well. So ADA, we'll just kind of look at that. It looks really good on the charts. Yeah, look at that kind of rise. Again, using the 15 EMA as support on the hourly. If we look on the 6 hourly, which we kind of like to do for the group, 6 hourly looks fantastic as well. Even at these prices, you think, oh, that's a big huge rise, but it's not relative to where it's been before. So the next stop for Cardano would be 2,626. If we can break through that, the next stop we're looking at is 3,020. And then obviously you've got stops above that as well. 4,070. So you're looking at a 100% rise to get to its recent kind of all-time high. And its kind of all-time high was 8,607. So yeah, there's going to be good rises for a lot of coins. Okay, we'll just look at some of the news stories that have come out. Right, that wasn't the one I wanted to look at. Oh, this is it. So the SEC looks to enact plans that could approve the creation of blockchain ETFs. Again, this is more good news. In fact, I want to go over to here first. This is probably what caused the spike in me. Coinbase Custody is officially open for business, providing secure storage of crypto assets for institutions in both the US and Europe. Before the end of the year, we hope to bring this offering to Asia as well. So we spoke yesterday about custody, and we spoke why that's so important, our third-party custody, and why that's so important as well for the big institutional money to come in as well. So this is going to be amazing. This is just going to be the start of institutional investing into the crypto space as well. So Coinbase is doing brilliantly. I was kind of putting them down about 6 months ago, thinking we're no longer going to need Coinbase, but they're catering to the institutional investors as well, and that is fantastic. That's the money we need in, and it provides a little stability to the Bitcoin price, to the Ethereum prices, and to the prices that are kind of on Coinbase, the coins that are on Coinbase just now. That's what it's providing for institutional investors. This, don't underestimate how huge this is. This is really big. This is just the start of institutional money coming into the market, and Coinbase have kind of got in there first. So this is brilliant news yesterday, and that's probably what caused the spike as well. So that was the 2nd of July, 3:09 PM. It's going to look at BTC. Oh no, it's USDT. And we'll look on a daily. Oh, that's a 6 hour. We'll look on a 6 hourly. So yeah, kind of coincided. You can see here 6307 kind of went shot back up another $400. It kind of coincided with this tweet. Obviously there'll be money, or there'll be kind of information that came out beforehand as well about this, but I don't know if that caused a spike or not. I suspect it has a lot to do with it, because this is brilliant news for the market overall. Okay, yeah, the SEC looks to enact plans that could approve the creation of blockchain ETFs. This is also going to be huge for the market overall. So the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, looks to evaluate plans which could make it easier to bring new exchange traded funds, ETFs, to market. So typically an ETF needs specific permission from the SEC, which includes a long wait and a large amount of money before formally approved. These proposals will effectively streamline what has been dubbed the SEC itself as unnecessary regulatory burdens. So this could be brilliant, and we've been speaking about how important ETFs are for the market overall. This is really good news as well. So it's all good news at the moment, and we've been seeing this news coming up over the last few months and people talking about it, and now it's starting to come to fruition as well. Another news story about this as well, crypto is the fastest growing segment of the hedge fund industry. So despite the widespread sense of regulatory confusion in cryptocurrency's enormous value losses in recent months, investment from venture capital firms and hedge funds has grown significantly. So this is really good news as well. So there were 260 investments in 2018 versus 236 for all of last year, and the amount invested so far this year, 637 million, has already surpassed the 217 total of 496 million. This is growing all the time. Really, really important as well. So venture capital firms are getting in on the game as well for kind of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies as well. So this is good for the whole space. This was another good one as well. EU Parliament gives cryptocurrency their support. So the EU Parliament has published a new report, Virtual Currencies and Central Banks Monetary Policy, Challenges Ahead, which dismisses claims from the likes of economist Robert Shiller, who has declared the death of Bitcoin on numerous occasions. So this was, again, good news for the markets overall. And the report went so far as to say their global transactions network are relatively safe, transparent and fast. This is talking about cryptocurrencies. This gives them good prospects for further development. However, the report disagrees with those that see Bitcoin as replacing global currencies, instead saying that they remain unlikely to challenge the dominant position of sovereign currencies and central banks, especially those in major currency areas. So this is good news coming from the EU Parliament as well. However, I disagree with them. I think they are going to replace sovereign currencies eventually. It's not going to be anytime soon, but I do think it's going to replace sovereign currencies, or the sovereign currencies be backed by Bitcoin. So it used to be backed by gold, it could be backed by Bitcoin. That's another kind of thing you could do with that as well, but I don't think so. I do think sovereign currencies are going to be replaced, and we're starting to see that around the world as well. Honest Crypto Journey, thanks very much for the £5, mate. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that, mate. Am I still in? 1 second. Oh, I'm still in that. I do apologise. Can't see screen shares, please. Sorry about that. I should have read that. Getting balance, follow on. Good morning, Steve. Steve, me and Paul have talked. Another fiver into joining group. Shout out to Gary. Excellent, Kyle. Thanks very much, mate. And that's good that you're bringing other people in as well. So we've got a lot of fifers in the group. A lot of fifers, like, eh? Kind of what I mean, like, eh? Gaelic Coon, some of us prefer to remain unknown. Steve, Big Brother could be watching. I know what you mean, Gaelic Coon. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Debbie Claydon, no split screen share. Steve, sorry about that. I've just kind of transferred over just now. Hi, Steve. Smash the likes and no charts today. I just bought Key just before your stream. What do you want to do? What to do? Last time went so fast down. Yeah, I know. Mac Pawn up at 370. Where is Key just now? So it's good if you've just got into Key just now, because it looked as if it was on the way up. 357 just now. It did get up to 370, so it looks as if it's on its way up again. I think you're all good. Just see you. Sorry about that. What do you think about PundiX and Bitcoin? Yes, I do like PundiX. I got out of PundiX to get into TNB. Made 2 trades in TNB yesterday. Good profits on that as well. Well, not good profits. I think it was 6% and 8% or something. So that's good profits. For me, you're just looking for the small gains, stuff like that. Jump into another. You just have to walk away from a trade. So if you're in Key and you got in a big run up, just walk away. Just walk away from it if you get back out, or keep an eye on it going back down to the 15 EMA and check it out that way. Really appreciate that, Honest Crypto Journey. Best crypto investment. I was joining premium membership. Well worth the cost, not just for the cause, but the group is brilliant as well. It's all about the group. It really is all about. Once you join that group, you're never going to want to leave. Even if I never made another call, I suppose you would want to leave if I didn't make a call. But I think the group is well worth it alone. So thanks for that, really appreciate that. Mac Pawn sold at 370, bought at 326, a few minutes, excellent, good enough. 1 second, Monkey Tomo, good morning, happy to see green again. Yes, it's good positive feeling again in the market, so it's really good to see. A couple other news stories. That was South Korea says it will invest 200 million into blockchain projects by 2022. So South Korean's government Ministry of Science and ICT has announced a major blockchain development program with plans to invest up to 207 million into public sector and select private ventures by 2022. Another piece of good news for blockchain technology, and obviously the underlying, blockchain technology is the underlying kind of technology behind cryptocurrencies, but it's good for cryptocurrencies as a whole. So I think that's the news for today. Yeah. So there's other news as well. If you want to check out news, I use kind of cryptopanic.com. So if you want to check the news for the day, what's hot, what's up and coming, you can check on cryptopanic.com. That's a really good website for aggregating kind of news on cryptocurrencies. So check out that as well. I've never went pro on that. I don't know what you get for pro. To be honest, configure instant alerts for currencies that you're high interest and receive news immediately in your email and get notified on mobile. Add any custom RSS atom feeds. Cool. Disable, enable any existing default news sources. Metadata fields availability. API, a pro badge that appears $9 a month, $99. But you can use the free one for the aggregation of the news. So that's where I get the news from. So it's a good service that. Debbie Clayton, Steve, could you do the segment again tomorrow on EMA and support, as we could only see your happy face and no charts? Right, okay, I'll do that just now again. So I do apologise for that. Okay, so if you're into key, for example, you're into key and you think, shit, shut up, it's just gone way up. Should I get in? Should I? And you start to FOMO. Pull back on the FOMO face. So when you get that FOMO and just go, oh shit, I need to get in, just pull back on that, chill out a wee bit, and just say, okay, just look at the charts and see what's happening. So we'll look on the 1 hour chart for key. So go to key just now. You can see all the way up. So I think I called it when it was 142. And you can see on the hourly chart, the 15 EMA support is being used, or the 15 EMA line is being used as support. So it comes up, comes back down, bounces off the 15 EMA, goes up, comes back down, bounces off the 15 EMA all the way up to 776. So if you go on to 776, you put in your 10% stop loss. Even if you get at 142, you put in your 10% stop loss. You'd have got stopped out here at 272, comes down to about 230 or something, you get stopped out. That's cool. You're waiting at coming back down to the 15 EMA, get back in again, 10% stop loss. You do that all the way up, ride it up, 10% stop loss at 776 would be 700. You get stopped out at 700. Cool, you walk away, looking at coming back down for the support again. See if there's going to be a lot of red candles going through the 15 EMA. If it does, that's not the time to get in. It's when you see the green candle confirmations again, is a time to get in, and just look at it that way. And now is coming into play again with the green candle confirmations. So you've got 1, 2, 3 green candles on a 1 hourly. So that might be a good time to get in as well. If we look at it on the 6 hourly chart, so we've got 2 green candles on the 6 hourly. So that's good confirmation that could go back up again as well. Obviously, we have to keep an eye on the Bitcoin price at the same time as well. So it's not just about the coin price. You have to look at the Bitcoin price as well and check 2 of the charts out. See where you think Bitcoin is going to go and then where your coin is going to go as well. So I hope that was okay. I hope that was fine, Debbie. And sorry about kind of just showing my face. What do you think of STQ? Don't know too much. Thomas Truan, STQ. We'll just have a look at them just now. Where is it sitting at just now? 0.5% just now, 47 million market cap. Just now circulating supply is 8 billion, total supply is 11 billion. High of about 2 cents. So about 4 times where it is just now of the high. Just now, Storica. I don't know. There's a couple of companies like Storica obviously as well. I don't know what makes them stand out from the other ones as well. Sell and buy goods with cryptocurrencies, no financial borders, extra fees and fake reviews anymore. So it could be good. I've not looked deep into it enough, but this could be good. Anything that helps people use cryptocurrencies is going to be a good thing. Well, don't say anything. It still has to be a good project, good team, kind of the white paper and stuff like that as well. And Starika's been out for a while and it's had good reviews in the past as well, and it seems to have a good team as well. But I've never looked into it deep enough to say yes, that's definitely a buy for the long term. But anything that helps people to use cryptocurrencies, because what's happening just now is people are speculating on cryptocurrencies, and that's exactly what we're doing in a kind of premium group. We've got long-term holds like BABB. We're investing in a particular company or other companies that we kind of mentioned as well. So that's us investing, or we're trading and we're just using it purely for speculation. That's what we're doing in premium group with the calls as well, in the kind of hopes to get more Bitcoin. Really what we're trying to do when we're trading is gather up more Bitcoin. So we want as much Bitcoin as we can, because remember, there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin by the time 2040 comes around. So we have to store this Bitcoin as well, because it is going to go up in price, it is going to go up in value. We're starting to see it just now, but it's only just kind of gone up. It's not a huge jump, not enough to say, yeah, it's definitely going to go up to $1 million or something. But we want to store that Bitcoin. That's why we're trading, to get more Bitcoin. And we have to understand that and remember that as well. But also, if you want to kind of change it to fiat as well, we're still in a fiat dominated world, and it's going to be like that for a long time. So we want to kind of get Bitcoin, take some out, and then store Bitcoin as well on a Nano Ledger S. Debbie Clayton, thank you very much. Steve, my pleasure. My pleasure. Let's hope they invest some of the 200 million into ICX. It would be good. Mac Paul and some crypto make 150-250% like Key, but it goes so fast, few seconds. You have to be ready for it, not miss everything, and you do not have to be in the right. But you do have to be in the right place at the right time. Not necessarily so, because if you remember with Key, if you remember here. So this is when the spike up happened, up to 774, but before that we're down at 331. However, if you catch it round about these prices, let's say 142 when we first called it, back on the 28th of June, that was only 5 days ago, this is where you want to get in. These are the prices where you want to get in, and this is why it's good to kind of know what you're talking about with the charts and have a system that you stick to, and you're kind of not rigid, but you have a system in place that's going to work for you. It's worked in the past, it's going to work in the future, and you can see here with Key it just worked beautifully with Key as well. So it's good to have a system in place, and that's what we base the calls on. Well, this and other kind of systems as well that we're using. So it's not just on this, we've got other systems that we can use as well, the 7MA crossover as well that you can use. So the crossover, that's on 1 day, and we'll just look at Key again. Hold that down on the crossover. So there's lots of ways to do this, to be honest. We can't look at the daily chart because it's not long it came on. So if we look at the crossover for Key, for example, when was the crossover for the 7MA crossing over the 25MA? It's kind of way down here, to be honest, about 127, so you would have gotten early. So with the crossover strategy, and there's lots of different strategies you can use, you just get in and wait on it crossing back down over down below the 725MA. So you kind of do it here as well. You'd have got it at 463 if you got it at 127, but if you can erode it all the way up to 778, you put your 10% stop loss on. Always put your stop losses on. So you have to have a system and be disciplined with that system as well. So it's not about catching it fast, it's about catching it early before it actually rises. You can see here with Key, the 7MA is just crossing over the 25MA again. This looks as if it's going to bounce back up, and it's starting to do that just now. That's how you choose the coins for trading. That's how you do it for trading. For long-term investment, it's a totally different strategy altogether. So these are just some of the systems that kind of I use as well, and there's some of the systems that I've taught to the premium group as well. And if you can use these, and these are fairly easy, I've tried to make them as easy as possible. So we're not using hundreds of indicators and using the triangles and the kind of ascending triangle and stuff like that. We just use a simple system to get into the trades, and that's all we do. But I kind of make it even easier by calling out the trades as well. And that's what I'm doing in the premium group, so you're not having to check through 139 charts like I do every morning. So if I go into Binance and I go to Bitcoin price, you see all these charts that I check through every single morning. And it's taking longer and longer every morning because everything's coming into play just now. So no, it's not about catching it at the right time, it's about catching it before the right time. What up, bro? What do you think about Nano? Nano looks good as well, SBash. Atif, thoughts on EOS? Can it reach to Ethereum level or less? Can it be $100 coins pretty soon? And we'll just have a look. What time are we on? We'll just have a look at EOS just now. EOS, I think, is going to be a good one because it's had all the problems with the mainnet launch and stuff like that. So when a company has problems, or when a cryptocurrency or a project has problems like this, the price usually kind of shoots down. But when they get the problem sorted out, that's when it starts going back up, and you can see the big rise on the hourly chart with the EOS as well. And we'll just look at EOS USDT just now. Up to $9.16 from around $8. So it's only went up about 12.5%. So it's still a long way to go. If we look on the daily chart, see where EOS has been before. So on the daily chart, it has been as high as $15.71. That's still too low. That's just looking at EOS USDT. We'll look at Bitfinex for the EOS USD. And look at previous pricing. Yeah, I think it's around about the same. $21. It was on Bitfinex, has been as high as $23. So you're still talking a 200% increase from here, but could it reach $100? Of course it could. It definitely could. It just need to get everything sorted out in the underlying kind of technology. But they're doing that. They're going to do that. But a lot of people don't like it, a lot of people do. You have to do your own research, obviously, as well. Cole Phillips, FOMO has cost me a lot in the past. I've now learned to control it. I had to LOL, otherwise I would have no money left. It's difficult when you see a coin pumping like that, especially with Key. You just kind of look at it and go, all right, when can I get in? Then when you see it going up to 400, you say, oh no, that's too high. And then it pumps up another 100 Satoshi. And you go, no, 500 is too high. And then it goes up another 200. So you just have to be patient, waiting it coming back down to the 15 EMA, see if it's going to bounce again from there. So always check your charts. Pascal Amsterdam, ING Bank, big bank in Netherlands, made a report about crypto in Europe, USA and Australia. I'll share this in the group. Brilliant, Pascal, that would be good if you share that. Be interested to see that. Honest Crypto Journey, I'm in BAT for 3 to 6 at the moment. How do you think it looks? BAT, I think we called it out this morning. BAT BTC. That's on the hourly, that's on the daily chart. It's very choppy on the daily chart. So we're still in play at the moment with BAT, 3659. It crossed over. It has gone as high as 4992, so it depends when you go in. It's at 4,200 just now. But what you have to do when you're looking at coin potential as well, you have to look at the risk to reward ratio as well. So if you get a BAT at 4,200, what's the lowest? And this is just a very quick way to do it. It's not the best way to do it. Very quick way. What's the lowest it has been? 2,283. So you're looking at that and then saying, okay, what's the highest it's been? Around about 7,394. So it's about 50-50, the kind of risk to reward ratio. Just looking at it purely from that point of view. It's not the best way to do it, but it's a very quick way to do it as well. And it looks as if it's on the way up. Look on the 6 hourly chart. So it's kind of crossed over there at 3770. It's on the way up. It's using that 7MA as kind of support, but it's come back down on the red just now. So hopefully it doesn't start using that as resistance at the moment. But still like BAT as well. So you have to be careful of that red candle. Just remember to set your stop losses for that as well. Stu Johnson, late in today. Oh, you've missed everything, Stu. Missed everything. What's your take on Bitcoin? Sorry, I missed Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks good. I'll just look at the chart. From a trading point of view, I'm not talking about the company, not talking about the project, but from a trading point of view, it's looking good. You can see here it's crossed over the 7MA at 43, and that's when we kind of looked at it and said this could do well for trading. And it did, it's done well. So if you go in at 43 and you go out at 60, so you've got a 50% increase there, or say 45% or something like that, from 40 up to 60. I still think this will have some way to go. It's going to be a trading coin, but you have to be careful. It's kind of started to go up already. The 7MA, I'd wait and it come back down to 7MA around about 52 if you're going to get back in. So 56 just now. So just be careful with it. Set your stop losses with it as well, but I think it's going to be a good trading coin. As a company as a whole, if you're looking for a long-term hold, you'd have to do your own research. I've not researched it for a while. I researched it in the past and I thought, nah, I don't like it for a long-term hold, but I think it's going to be good for trading. I used to work for ING, big company. Yeah, it is indeed. Gino Dial, Steve, can you have a look at Fcoin Exchange Banker went to 4 cents. Fcoin had a meltdown, crashed. I don't think I've looked at Fcoin Exchange at all. I've not got time at the moment, unfortunately. Errol Silverman, hi Steve, can you please look at AST? AST we kind of called as well. AST looks good. Yeah, it's looking good at the moment, 2424. Again, if we look at this and say, okay, what's been its low? And it's kind of near its all-time low, or it was near its all-time low. Well, not all-time low, we'll say recent. When was this? Back in January. So we'll say this year's low. It was at this year's low before it's starting to go back up. Potential for it is really good. But obviously you still have to do your research as well, but just looking at the charts, it looks really good. Victor Ray, Elastos was mentioned highly as a $1,000 coin by Crypto Lark, the potential of the project, and also as a token. I do like Elastos. I'm just going to see. It's in 133 million market cap, $25. And look at the circulating supply and the total supply. So it does look really good. I've not kind of researched what they've been doing recently, but a lot of people love kind of Elastos. Just see where it was before. So it has been as high as, say, $90 or something. So yeah, I do like Elastos. It'd be a good long-term hold for sure. Yeah. I'm just going to see where it is. Right. Just looking at, yeah. Yeah, it started to go up already. This is on Huobi. Crossed over. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Just checking to make sure. It crossed over at 321,000 Satoshi. It's up at 383,000 Satoshi. So there's still a lot of potential in that. If you look at the kind of highs and the lows, a lot of potential in that for it to kind of double as well, just to reach its all-time high and then go beyond that as well. But the downside is pretty low as well, so the risk to reward ratio on that is really good for Elastos. See, if BTC goes down, does BNB will go up? Like most of the time, BTC down, BNB up, BTC up, BNB down. Yeah, it has done that in the past, Mac. We've seen with the last kind of, not crash of Bitcoin price, but the last downturn in the Bitcoin price, you've seen the BNB kind of price going up. But once Bitcoin price stabilizes, that's when BNB starts to rise again, as everybody knows the potential of Binance. Are going to bring out the decentralized exchanges. They've got the competitions all the time. It's just a brilliant exchange. It's well run, got a brilliant team. It's making money, but it's making a shitload of money, to be honest. So we want to invest in companies that are making a shitload of money. Binance is brilliant. Huobi token is going to be brilliant as well. You're going to talk about the exchange tokens, KuCoin shares as well. They're making a shitload of money as well. Why would you not invest in a company that's making money as opposed to projects that have not even got a product out yet? So it makes more sense to me to look at the exchange tokens. And if I was coming back into the market for the first time this time and I had kind of maybe, I don't know, $20,000, I'd divide them probably equally between the exchange tokens and some of the other tokens as well that have got good potential, like BABB, for example. Honest Crypto Journey, has been nearly 60 days since BABB started banking license process for Bahrain, so could expect an announcement soon. I think Bahrain is going to be the first license. Bank of England one is obviously the one that's going to be bring them the most kudos. That's going to bring them the most kudos and make them be seen as a real player in the market to get the Bank of England license. because that's going to be really big. Same with the Lithuanian license as well. El Silman, thanks. Thank you so much for this lovely time, Mac Paulin. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Honest Crypto Journey, thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate that, and really appreciate all your support. And if you want to join a premium group, you can join us. We've had some brilliant calls recently as well. But more so than that, we've got a brilliant group in there as well. An amazing group of people in there, very positive, and you'll learn a lot. You'll get a lot of support as well. There's no silly questions in there, and we've got, I think it's jumped up, I think we've got about 167 members now. So we've got 5 new members since we spoke yesterday as well. So it'd be brilliant if you could join us there. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.